Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Dogecoin, which is currently up 3% and it's sitting at 22.5 cents. Now we're going to be jumping into exactly where I think Dogecoin could be going over the next few days as well as weeks, but we're also going to be jumping into a few other coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum and so on. Now before we do so, make sure you guys go check out the Discord down below. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members have been winning from simply joining up and starting to copy and paste the trades that we're sending out to them every single day. It's been absolutely insane. So yeah, make sure you guys join up and start following those trades along. It will be the very first link in the description. Now back to Dogecoin. So if you remember a few weeks ago, we talked about, the entire Dogecoin progression, and we really started talking about it from this support area, which is where we initially started accumulating in at, which is the 0.786 Fibonacci area right here. Now what we mentioned at this area was, like you can see highlighted already, that this is going to be a key resistance area roughly at 20.5 cents, which it was. We did then come back down and actually break a bit below the support area down to 13 cents. Now the next area of major support and really where we should have been looking to accumulate was right here at like 12.8 cents. Now this was like a flash move. We hit 13 cents on the dot and then rallied back up. Getting in at 12.8 would have been really hard, like depending on the exchange, but really difficult. Yeah, you would have had to been working some order placing magic there, but regardless, the trade went on, and even from our relay entries, we're currently up 50%, which is not too bad for the span of what was this, March 10th to April to May 10th, like 2 months. So it's not horrific. Again, this is just our longer term trade. We have been taking futures trades as well, which again you can see on the screen right now. They have been absolutely popping off. Again, join the Discord if you want to be copying those along, but yeah, this is sort of more for the longer term portfolio, so we're not that interested in the day-to-day movements unless they're instant crashes where we're looking to accumulate. But as for our targets to sell, again, 3x would be the previous high here at 50 or 48 cents, and that's already a 3.2x, which is insane. Only a 2x would be right here at like 30 cents, so we're very close right now. Only another maybe 45% move up and we're already there. So the trade is going very well so far. As for any other sort of supports and entry targets, we don't really have any, and the reason for that is because the market has been trending up so nicely. We were expecting that Bitcoin might slow down a bit and come down to like 89,000, which would have been a very healthy move, but we didn't. We instead just carried on up, and that's similar to any sort of other bull run we get where there's not really any sort of slowdown period. The consolidations happen in an uptrend and we just continue pumping up. It's good and bad. Good for obviously the reasons that it's constantly pumping, we're constantly in profits if we're long or just bought in on spot, which again we're always bought in on spot, and if we're not pumping then we're able to short. But it's also bad in the sense that you can see it happen previously. The more we pump, the more we dump then, and it's sort of you get left asking when is the dump going to start happening, because the dump is always inevitable and it's so hard to actually catch the right moment to sell. However, if we do compare to 21 and how that bull run went, we can see that we had an initial leg, then we had the dump. This dump lasted for a few months, and then we continued the pump with some more catalysts. Another thing to remember is that all of these bull runs and pumps were launched by catalysts. A Bitcoin halving, Tesla buying in, which for 21 was absolutely huge news, and then each sort of bear market also starts with a bearish catalyst and a negative catalyst, like Tesla selling, the sort of hype ending and everything like that. This time it was obviously the presidency, and that had an absolutely huge effect on crypto. So obviously we got that, which caused sort of this entire pump. That combined with the Bitcoin halving was sort of more this pump was sort of more presidency. And again, we predicted that entire move. If you go back and watch our videos from like July, August, I don't think there was a video where I didn't say the presidency is going to be huge and we're going to pump a lot. Regardless, we now got our initial dump and we hit a high of 110. After this dump, there's not really been any major catalysts. An announcement of a crypto reserve that didn't really help, although the crypto reserve hasn't initially started yet. There was just an announcement. Apart from that, the tariffs really affected the market, and since some tariff deals have helped us come back up, and now we're just sort of in this sort of trending up stage. The next real stage of the bull run will be at 114, somewhere around here. If we're able to break through, absolutely amazing. If not, this will somewhere around here will be the top. Anywhere from 114 to 138 is my guess of the top. Again, it's very difficult to judge the exact top and the exact bottom, but I'd estimate it'd be somewhere around here. If it's 138, then the market has to be absolutely amazing. There has to be a lot of bullish news in my opinion. That's like a 38% move away from right now. Although it may not seem like a lot, it's going to be hundreds of billions. Although it's nothing we haven't seen Bitcoin do. You know, this can still go to 118. It'd be nothing, you know, unparticular or unpeculiar for Bitcoin. Like if we look at the bottom right here, you can see the charts. 2025 is heavily underperforming 24 and 23. So yeah, I mean, if we're going by those standards, we still have another 150, 160% left in us, at least 100%, and that would be obviously 200,000, which I think is insane. So yeah, I'd rather be a bit pessimistic about these targets than extremely optimistic like we once were in, you know, 21 and previously, and a lot of people didn't sell. Now, as for Dogecoin, again, we don't have to be super optimistic at trying to target 70 cents a dollar because we got such a good entry. And what a good entry allows us to do is just target realistic levels, those levels being like 47 cents. This was already hit with nothing extreme happening. This was a regular bull run that happened for all the coins. If we get the same plus a few ETFs, why won't we hit 48 cents again? It's unlogical for us not to hit 48 cents again. Regardless, we're still going to have multiple take profits, one of those probably being at 38 cents for a 2.5x. It's extremely unlogical for Dogecoin not to hit 38.25 cents. So yeah, you have to have some logic about it. Have multiple take profits as well. That's what I'd always recommend. If you're really, you know, strapped for cash, again, you can target 32 cents, 38 cents, 48 cents. I think those are very good areas to target. Apart from that, make sure you're hedged and staked up, which is another form of hedging, I suppose. Hedging simply means, you know, you're strapped in for either side of the market going. If the market goes up, you're strapped in with spot and, you know, you're prepared. If the market is going down, you either have staking, which is essentially just your crypto locked up and earning you rewards, which can sort of mitigate those losses, or you can short the market, which might be slightly riskier. You're essentially betting that the market is going to go down and then you make money like that. So hedging is very important. It is slightly more advanced. Again, staking is super simple. You simply just go to your exchange, stake it up if it has it. Most do. If not, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Little plug, but yeah, make sure you do so. When you use my links to sign up, you'll get some cheaper fees and some sign up bonuses, and all of those exchanges that we are working with do have staking to allow you to earn rewards whilst you're holding crypto. And apart from that, other coins I'm going to be keeping an eye on this weekend include Sui, include XRP, include Polkadot, HBAR as well, really just consolidating right now. Also include where is it, Fetch AI, Solana, AVAX as well slightly. It's not really been an insane mover, but it's still there in the mix. And also Ethereum, which has actually started to move finally after so many weeks, so many months of just pure desperation. It's finally started to move, so that's good to see. The S&P also nearly back to its all-time high, which is insane. The entire market has seen this sort of magical V reversal, which is great to see. Now, if you did enjoy the video and you did find it helpful, please do make sure to like and subscribe, as it does help out a ton. And if you want to be getting my trades every single day, then check out the Discord down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.